What is it? I'm just thinking over everything you've shared with me personally through this conversation so far, and all I can think of is how I would never do half to maybe 75% of the stuff that you just told me that you're planning to do for yourself with how you are choosing to navigate your life. Exactly. So, yeah. I have a lot to tell you about what I think so that I can hopefully re navigate you in a different direction. Because I don't. I don't see things working out well for you if you decide to go in this direction by your own choice because I don't see the result of exactly where this is going to take you. Even though you claim that it may go well in the best direction for you, I just don't see it. I think I know best. And I know what I'm seeing. And I know where this is going to take you. Even if that makes me sound like a know it all. I just know. Okay, so you know. You just know. Yeah, that's usually what most people call instinct, intuition, experience, life knowledge. I mean, there's so many layers of titles people use based off of their own position of moral belief, compasses, and systems that, at this point it's layered, almost layered patriarchy in its own way, maybe a secondary form of it, I don't know. But let's go a little bit deeper, shall we? You say you just know, okay? And you want to offer insight based off of your personal judgment of what you think redirection will look like for me based off what you think would be best for me, right? Okay. Let's consider that you indirectly and highly likely unknowingly are unaware that you're trying to live through me through approaching me this way, whether you're aware of it or not, based off the fact that you seem to want to inject yourself in an area you weren't welcome in the first place to offer this insight. The best approach you could have used was to ask me if I wanted to listen to insight about what you had to say based off of your own personal experiences for yourself, instead of insinuating that you know best for me in your own way of how you said it. The fact that you finished the sentence with know-it-all also tells me that you're insinuating some sense of indirect superiority over me, which is that's not a good idea. I'm not the best person to do that with. I don't respond well to superiority complexes, especially because I still have to practice digesting and working through my own. So we're going to clash if you don't tone it down, okay? Because this is just not going to work. It's just not going to happen. You're just going to get rebellion from me. That's it. Because I've already made my decision. The moment you act as superior is the moment I shut down and stop listening to any words you have to say to me unless it's relevant to my decision. In a positive way. And maybe in an educational way if I resonate with it. And that's if I resonate with it. But you already not on a good page with me. It's best you stop now. Take a halt! Just take a halt. Take a step back. And dive deep. Okay. Think wisely and dive deep. Don't enter this territory. Just don't. Just don't. It's not worth it. Not with me. It's just not. You won't get anywhere with me approaching me this way. You won't. You gotta offer me choices and then let me make my decisions. Your choices can't be persuasive either, because I will clock that too. And then I'm going to make an additional choice outside of your choices if I clock that your choices are persuasion more than objective choices that are unbiased. So, let's reposition ourselves in this conversation, shall we? Because my ego is a bit tickled, and my superiority complex wants to come out now too. Let's back up, okay? Okay. I think we got off on the wrong foot. See, you're misunderstanding me. I care about you. I'm in a connection with you. I've known you for a good minute now. I can see you're a good person trying to make their way and find their way. So I'm going out of my way to take you under my wing and teach you all I know, so that you don't end up in spaces I ended up, or that I didn't want to end up in. I'm doing this and I'm approaching things with you like this because I care about you. And I want the best for you. I don't want you to misunderstand my intentions. That wasn't what I intended for at all. You approaching me like this, responding to me like this, makes me feel like you don't know me or understand me at all. Normally I'd be offended, but I know that you just need to be given space to mature just a bit more. And you'll understand that what I was doing was just trying to help you evolve and grow, so that you had what I didn't have. The knowledge that I'm trying to share with you now. Something I didn't have before. So, yeah. My experience triumphs your emotions in this situation, obviously. Not your ego, which is obviously what you're operating in right now as a response and reaction to me owning that I know more than you. And you're just not accepting that truth. Maybe you need to back up. Look at yourself. Dive deep into yourself. Because there's nothing wrong over here. I'm just owning where I stand. And you have a lot of learning to do. But you trying to act like you know it all. Yeah, I was where you were once too. Thought I knew everything. Don't worry. You don't learn from me, you'll learn it yourself. I'm just trying to save you some time. Giving you the shortcuts, the cheat sheet codes. Yeah. But you don't see it that way. You'll learn. You'll learn. I'll keep my wisdom to myself if that's what you want. But I know best. I do. Even if you don't think I do. For you. I do know what's best for you. Because I've watched you. So I know. That's all. If you have so much wisdom, why haven't you learned that the most valuable piece of information when it comes to holding a connection with anybody is you're meant to hold space for a person to operate in their own individuality, to make their own decisions for their personal journey, while you continue to exist in your own, as you respect that other person's space to make their own decisions on their own for how they decide to exist in their journey without trying to insert yourself in their territory of existing. Why haven't you learned that The way to nurture a healthy connection is through teaching yourself to hold space for the individual to get comfortable existing in their own decisions, especially if it's not directly affecting you specifically. Now, if my decisions were affecting your space of how you exist, that's a different story. That means that would require you to insert boundaries, not insert yourself into how I live. Two different things. When someone inserts themselves into how I decide I'm going to exist personally, while I'm in a connection with them, and they insert themselves through directness, the way you are right now, or they insert themselves through passive aggressiveness, or they insert themselves through a sense of emotional manipulation to attempt to convince me I need to reconstruct and mold myself to fit the reality they want me to live in within their form of existing. Those are forms of manipulating someone into living in that person's reality and completely abandoning their own way of wanting to live in their own individuality. You understand me? Maybe you don't, because you still act as superior as heck with me right now. And I don't think it's ego that is coming from me. I think what you're failing to see is this is wisdom coming from me. And your ego is responding to it. If my ego were responding right now, well, I'm pretty sure I'd be busy projecting onto you through how triggered I am and reacting to you, if anything, and going down a irrelevant rabbit hole of an argument that would go nowhere because we both have already made our decisions about where we stand with the current topic we're talking about. So it'd be pointless to go into a rabbit hole circular argument of reactive forms of communication towards you if you and I have already made our own decisions. It's irrelevant. That, if I were to react that way, then yeah, my ego would be involved. Right now, this is me telling you in my own way, mind your lane and stay in it and hold space for me to exist while I teach myself to continue existing with confidence in the space you hold for me. And that's if you have the capacity to even hold it for me. But you seem to not be able to hold the capacity for it unless you have a say about how I exist within it. And that is a problem, because now you're affecting how I exist, which means I need to set a boundary with you. Even though you're the one saying you know it all. But do you really? I'm gonna let you sit with that. It'll be a slow burn, but I'm gonna let you sit with it. If you're even ready to digest what was just said to you. If it can get past that superiority block in your mind and heart.